The land for which the blood of its defenders is shed is called the motherland. More than 30 years ago, glorious sons of Azerbaijan rose to defend their motherland when the enemy treacherously tried to tear away its heart, Karabakh. Most of them became martyrs. A martyr is a person who died in the struggle for his homeland, religion, land, his family, and justice. As much as the death of the martyrs is a bereavement, causing us pain and sadness, it's also an example of heroism, our wealth, and national pride for our people. The Alley of Martyrs is a pilgrimage place for Azerbaijanis where the heroes of the First Karabakh War were buried. On the tombstones, the date of death is the same for all, 1992. The national hero of Azerbaijan, Albert Aqarunovich, found his final resting place here.
Albert.
Nasıl milletindeyiz?
Yahudi.
Yahudiler Azərbaycan torpağını qorumalıdır.
Ona görə mən bu torpaqda yaşayıram. Doğulmuşam burada, yaşayıram burada. Heç nə məcbur eləmir.
Yuvam məskənim sən Azərbaycanım, anam doğma vətənim sən Azərbaycanım.
There were 10 children in the Aqarunovs family, 8 sons and 2 daughters. Albert was the youngest child, son bashik, as we say in Azerbaijan. He was born on the 25th of April, 1969 in Baku. Neither he nor other children went to kindergarten. The mother was a housewife, and she raised her children herself. His father was the sole breadwinner and worked as an oil man. The Aqarunovs lived in a large 5-room apartment in the Amirjan settlement of Surakhani district. All children studied in the school number 154. Now the school is named after Albert Aqarunovich. At the Heroes' Corner at the school, there are always fresh flowers and school events. Rallies and gatherings are held near the bust of the hero. According to his brother's recollections, in childhood, Albert was both quiet and calm and pugnacious when it was necessary to defend the boyish principles known only to him, wall to wall, street to street, mahalla to mahalla, which is a neighborhood. The fights among the boys in Surakhani were not fatal. After all, Amirjan is a very international place. Azerbaijanis, Tatars, Russians, and Lezgins have lived here in friendship and harmony. It is the true mirror of multicultural Azerbaijan. After school, Albert enters professional secondary school number 101 of Azizbakov district to get the specialty Dzerzhinsky of tractor driver. In 1987, he began to work as a turner at a machine building plant. At the same time, Aqarunov took trumpet lessons at music school. After working as a turner at a machine building plant in 1987, he joined the Soviet Army. And, having served in Georgia as a cadet and in a training unit, he received the rank of junior sergeant, after which he was appointed as a tank commander. In the Army, Albert showed himself only from the positive side. He was awarded the Guard and Excellence in SA badges, and received commendations from the unit's commanders. In 1989, Albert was demobilized from the Soviet Army, holding the rank of senior sergeant, and was reinstated as a turner at the Surakhani machine building plant. During this period, Armenia took advantage of the weakening of the Central Power and made territorial claims to Azerbaijan. In the late 1980s, the Armenians represented in the leadership of the Soviet Union, in the leadership of the Armenian SSR, and the Armenian diaspora abroad started purposeful actions to separate the Nagorno-Karabakh Autonomous Region, NKAO, created within the Azərbaycan SSR in 1923, and annex it to the Armenian SSR. Then, on September 2nd, 1991, the so-called Nagorno-Karabakh Republic, NKR, was proclaimed within the NKAO and Shomyan rural region of the Azerbaijani SSR. And on December 10th, an illegal referendum was held there. Armenia, which had previously openly made territorial claims, began military operations against Azerbaijan without declaring war. Thus, the conflict moved into a new hot stage. The First Karabakh War broke out. During the military campaign, the Armenian armed forces committed merciless murder of the Azerbaijani civilian population in the occupied regions and towns. Azerbaijanis were subjected to ethnic cleansing and genocide. Aqarunovun went as a volunteer to the front, as he believed that it was necessary to fight for the land on which he was born. Albert had a highly demanded military specialty: tanks. This is the armored fist of any modern army, and were then extremely necessary for our just emerging armed forces. Therefore, it's no coincidence that, having received a formidable fighting machine at his disposal, Aqarunovun found himself among the defenders of Shusha, the bastion founded in the 18th century by Panakhali Khan, who had witnessed many conquerors more than once, broke their teeth against the walls of an impregnable fortress, and withstood a months-long siege by an outstanding commander of that time, Muhammad Shah Qajar. After the outbreak of the Karabakh War, Shusha, which had great military, strategic, and moral political significance, had been under siege since the end of 1991. A strong attack on the city was expected. Only the Lachin Road was open to Shusha. 180 soldiers, including 22 demobilized officers of the 366th Motorized Rifle Regiment of the former Soviet Army, took the side of the Armenians and had 96 armored vehicles at their disposal. The defense of the city was very weak, although it was known that the enemy would attack at any moment. 24 heavy combat vehicles were involved in the defense of Shusha. Most of them were not in working order. Military communications, the level of training of the defenders of Shusha, and discipline in the army were very low. 2 days before the attack, Shusha was completely cut off from the outside world. As a commander of the tank battalion recalls, quote, Albert simply loved making, as he himself said, a Jewish sandwich out of Armenian military equipment. Observing infantry fighting vehicles or military vehicles moving toward each other, he fired at the moment when they got closer. Thus, with one shot from the tank, he destroyed 2 moving objects at once. Enemies put a huge price on his head, 5 million rubles. The most impressive episode of Aqarunov's short military career was his daring act, a raid of a small group he led from Shusha to Khankendi. Everyone remembers the panic among the Armenian aggressors caused by the appearance of Azerbaijani soldiers, the hot battle, the burning enemy equipment, and the scared Armenian thugs. After this raid, they started a real hunt for Albert. The Armenians dreamed of taking revenge on one who made them experience feelings of fear and humiliation. According to short frontline reports, early in the morning of May 8, 1992, Junior Sergeant Albert Aqarunovich entered his last battle, destroying 2 enemy tanks and a large number of enemy personnel. It should be noted that tank number 442 was hit on the outskirts of Shusha. It was the first tank that tried to break into the city during the attack of the aggressor on the city. Later, the Armenians painted this burnt tank and installed it as a monument on a hill at the entrance to Shusha. Every year, on the anniversary of the occupation of Shusha, events were organized around the tank with participation of the representatives of the aggressor state. A combat summary states, quote, led by the platoon commander Foreman Albert Aqarunovich, who was left alone with Agababa Husseinov, the main tank, skillfully maneuvering, went to the firing position and shot the enemy tank at point-blank range. Soon, Aqarunov's crew knocked out the second enemy tank. Changing his position, Aqarunov noticed on the ground, right in front of his tank, the bodies of his fellow soldiers killed in battle. Aqarunov got out of the vehicle to move them to the side. As he began to move them, he was hit by an Armenian sniper's bullet. After his death, Azerbaijani tank men called their war machines Albert. Shusha was occupied on May 8, 1992. On June 7, 1992, Albert Aqarunovich Aqarunov was awarded the title of National Hero of Azerbaijan posthumously for personal courage and bravery shown during the defense of the territorial integrity of the Republic of Azerbaijan and ensuring the safety of civilians. The Medal of the National Hero was presented to Albert's sister, Sofia Mamedova, personally by Azerbaijani President Heydar Aliyev.
Təbrik edirəm. Təbrik edə bilərsiniz ki, sizin qardaşınız qəhrəmanlıqdır və milli qəhrəman kimi Azərbaycanın torpaqlarının müdafiəsində həlak olub.
There is a memorial plate installed on the house where he lived. A curly-haired, dark-skinned boy looks from the portrait at his native street, which he loved more than life, and for which he gave his life in an unequal battle with the enemy. In the village of Krasnaya Sloboda, one of the streets is named after Albert Aqarunov. On the wall of one of the buildings, there's a memorial plaque in honor of the national hero. In 2004, the Albert Aqarunov Museum was opened at the Chabad or Avner Jewish School in Baku. On May 8, 2014, by the decision of the National Fund Dede Gorgud, the Council of Aksakals, the Council of Veterans of the Republic, and the magazine Azərbaycan Dünyası, Albert Aqarunov was awarded the Order Son of the Motherland posthumously for the heroism shown in the battles for the city of Shusha. The order was presented to the hero's brother, Hrant Aqarunov. On May 6, 2016, Aqarunov was awarded the Order of Azi Aslanov posthumously. The award was presented by the head of the National Fund Dede Gorgud to the hero's brother, Hrant Aqarunov. On November 15, 2019, the grand opening of the monument to Albert Aqarunov took place in Baku. Since July 12, 2020, Armenian provocations have intensified. In response to another attempt of military aggression by Armenia, on September 27th, the Azerbaijani army launched a counterattack. And, as a result of the Patriotic War, which lasted 44 days, was able to destroy the Armenian army, defeat it, and liberate the occupied territories. Operation Iron Fist carried out by the victorious Azerbaijani army under the leadership of the Supreme Commander-in-Chief, President of the Republic of Azerbaijan, Ilham Aliyev, is written in the history of the Azerbaijani people in golden letters, ending with the defeat of Armenia, which turned the aggression and glorification of Nazism into state policy. On November 8th, the liberation of Shusha completely broke the resistance of the Armenian army. However, the provocations of Armenia and the remnants of the illegal regime did not stop. On September 19, 2023, Azerbaijan launched an anti-terrorist operation in the region in order to implement the provisions of the trilateral statement and suppress large-scale provocations committed in the Karabakh economic region. As a result of the anti-terrorist operation, which lasted less than 1 day, the Armenian armed forces remaining in the region were completely disarmed and withdrawn from the territory of Azerbaijan, and the remnants of the illegal regime announced its liquidation. Azerbaijan has put an end to separatism and the gray zone on its territory. Thus, the state sovereignty of the Republic of Azerbaijan was completely restored. On October 15, 2023, the President of the Republic of Azerbaijan, Supreme Commander-in-Chief Ilham Aliyev, raised the state flag of the Republic of Azerbaijan in the city of Khankendi. On November 8, 2023, a military parade dedicated to the third anniversary of the victory in the Patriotic War took place in the city of Khankendi. Tank number 442, which was destroyed by Albert Aqarunovich and his crew, and was the so-called symbol of the Armenian victory, was taken from the Khankendi-Shusha road and brought to the War Trophy Park, created after the Patriotic War. The T-72 tank with tail number 533, on which Albert Aqarunovich fought, is exhibited at the Museum of Military History of Azerbaijan in Baku. He gave his young life for his homeland, exchanged his favorite musical instrument, the trumpet, for a tank cannon. The fearless sons of Azerbaijan once again proved that the words of the national anthem, "We are ready to give our heart and life for you. All of us can give our blood for you," were not a coincidence. They were not just words. When the motherland is in danger, her sons, regardless of nationality, unite into the iron fist and deliver a crushing blow to the enemy. They remained faithful to their state, their flag under which they fought, the people they considered theirs. They will live forever in the hearts of these people.
Sabah tank taborunda o bir inci, ambisiyalıdır əmir canlı Yahudi gənci. Düşmən sevməz döyüşdə belə nadinci, elə bir land içib sonuna qədər qan içib. Dövran keçir səni yad edir ordu, Şuşa daş altı çox döyüşlər oldu. Çox de 70 gillər tankına yem oldu. Sənin öz metodun Yahudi buterbrodu, nə irqinə görə nə də irsinə görə. Ya mən ölərəm dedin ya da dünya tərsinə dönər. Sönər gözümdə günəş vətən getsə əldən. Mən bir gənc gizir bu torbağa həmdəm. Səmimi qəlbdən istəsən səsimi duyar ey şəhidləri özünə çəkən xeyir dua ver. Cənnətdə qəhrəmanımızı görsən sual ver. Şalam Aqarunov.